More modern. You may have noticed that swanky contemporary receptions are on the rise, set in lofts, art galleries, and photo studios. These weddings call for modern masterpieces. So, one of our favorite boutique cake designers, Kate Sullivan, sent us this awesome little Mod Squad cake. Kate used 60s inspired motifs, like retro shapes and colors, to decorate this cake. We have orange polka dots on the bottom layer, pink swirls and polka dots and flowers in the middle, and on the top a funky green swirly pattern. This is a smaller scale cake. It's just right for kind of a swanky cocktail reception for 50, a destination wedding, or even little individual table cakes. Now, while we're talking scale, here's an FYI. Generally, 3 tiers serve 50 to 100 guests. You'll likely need 5 layers for 200 guests or more. Your cake baker will help you with those calculations. Another big trend to hit the wedding world is personalization, and your cake presents the perfect opportunity to make a personal statement. One of the best inspirations I've seen is incorporating your heritage into your wedding cake. This cake here, by New York City-based confectioner Gail Watson, was inspired by the Indian tradition of mehndi, which is painting an elaborate design on the bride's hands with henna on the evenings before the wedding. Now, Gail researched the traditional mehndi motifs extensively, and her cake is a white fondant icing with the hand-painted chocolate henna. Now, you'll see at the center of this chocolate design is something that's shaped a little bit like a heart. This is central to the henna designs done in India. And she used that as the focal point and then did sort of an elegant interpretation of mehndi around the edges. And you see it comes up also onto the top of the cake. And it's traditional in Indian cultures to use rich oranges and yellows and reds as the floral elements in like a chrysanthemums or things like that. And so she's used that to kind of top off the cake. And it's nice because it's a big kick of color. One of our absolutely favorite cake inspirations today is the bride's gown. Because come on, let's face it, that's what it's really all about. Now, master cake designer Ron Ben Israel created this breathtaking cake based on a couture Monique Lhuillier gown we chose. It's an ivory re-embroidered lace gown with a lingerie bodice and a drop waist with a dramatic blue sash. Now, if you see what Ron did, he created a white-on-white sugar lace applique here. It's downright identical to the lace on the gown. And as you can see, he took those pieces and appliqued them all over the cake. Ron cleverly made blue satin-like bands, ribbon sashes, sort of alternating around tiers to match the ribbon on the dress. So it's on the second and the final tier. And you see he also has a bit of bling here. He actually made a brooch out of silver-looking paint and kind of attaches that bow there. And then I'm going to twist this around and show you on the back, because there's a complementing brooch there on the back of the cake as well. It's a wonderful interpretation of a gown cake. Now, this cake retails for about $1,800, and you can see all the intricate work that goes into it, and that's why. Now, if you want to achieve this look, bring a picture of your gown or a swatch of the fabric to your cake baker to try to do the same. And a cake like this, you'll definitely want to display throughout the reception. So here are some tips for your cake table. 1, make sure that there's a designated area that allows for the most elegant representation possible of your cake. Consider using cake as the decor outside the reception doors, right where the seating cards are placed, or some other element where it can kind of be a surprise moment as people walk into the reception space. And the third tip is to make sure that there's the right lighting. You're going to want a pin spot on your cake no matter where it is to bring out its drama.